Ah, yes. The humble donut. Very good. Right. Welcome to the AllYouGeek Show. I'm calling it a show because I did call it a pod showcast, but it's not a podcast. It's just a show that I do, a silly show that I do for YouTube. So, I decided I'm going to call it a show from now on. I have already recorded an episode 8, but I didn't like my energy in that, so that's why there's been such a big gap between the last episode and this episode. Also, I want to mention that the website, I've currently switched it off, so you can't get on the website at the minute, simply because my suppliers are all over the place. COVID, Christmas, delays, the amount of complaints that I've been getting and that I got last year because of the delays and everything like that. I need to switch up my supplier, so that's going to be back up after Christmas. I'd say Boxing Day, it'll be back up. I might make a video. So let's catch up a little bit. I've updated you on the shop status, so let's get some nerd news. If you haven't already heard, the news broke about 12 hours, 13 hours ago. The actor that played the original Boba Fett, Jeremy Bullock, passed away recently. 75 years old, and he had a long battle with Parkinson's. Very sad, horrible day. I mean, it's like all the Star Wars actors passing away now. I mean, we lost Chewbacca I think, was it just over a year and a half ago? Something like that. It's sad, but it's an old movie, man. It's an old movie, so these things happen, and yeah, it's just sad. But I mean, if you're a geek and you're watching this, then you probably already know this, so I'm not gonna dwell on it too much. Let's move on to the next bit of news. Netflix, they go in audio only mode. This was rumored in October this year, 2020, and that they were going to start rolling this out, and they've started rolling it out now. And audio only. Audio only. Could it be that they are taking on the podcasting world, maybe? Because I actually do listen to stuff. It's like while it's playing in the background, like videos and things like documentaries, things that you don't necessarily have to watch. It's like, it's weird, but I still do it. So it makes sense, because really, I'm just wasting battery life on my phone. They've started rolling it out on phones first, on Android phones. You know, it wastes battery. Like with new phones, my new phone, there's no headphone jack. There's just USB-C. And I bought a USB-C to headphone converter, and it doesn't work. So I have to use a Bluetooth headset or a USB-C headphone. And obviously you can't charge at the same time. You can charge at the same time with a wireless charger, but guess what? Wireless chargers are gash. Like, they are so slow. And if your phone's unlocked and it's like playing a video and it's on charge, you'll look at if it'll even maintain the charge. It might slow down the depletion on wireless charging, but it's shit. Wireless charging is shit. I'm telling you now, it's shit. Either it's shit or I've just bought a cheap Chinese piece of crap, which is probably the most likeliest case. However, this is not my first wireless charger, so who knows? Well, either way, the news story is that Netflix is going audio only, taking on podcasting maybe. Good news for people like me who are cheap and don't want to buy the official Samsung wireless charging shit. And I've got a Bluetooth headset somewhere, and it lasts maybe an hour or an hour and a half, but it only takes like 20 minutes to charge, so I can't be really like upset with that outcome. And also, I think I bought it from Wish for like £3, so I super cannot be upset with that. So anyway, yeah, Netflix going audio only. Good idea, I think. And also, as well, if you're at work and you're allowed to listen to music or listen to things, you can listen to a movie or something but you can't really do it with a movie that you haven't seen, I don't think. I wouldn't want to do that. I'd want to be watching it, you know? I mean, I have this debate with my friends a lot. I like to ask the question, would you rather be blind or would you rather be deaf? I mean, I have to wear a hearing aid. And I understand what it's like to live in a world of silence. And there's ways around it. Like, you can get by all right. Yeah, you know, people might talk to you out of line of your vision and you don't hear them. You might just end up walking away from them while they're talking to you. And so you might come across as a little bit rude sometimes. But if I've not got the hearing aid in, sometimes I do forget to wear it. I'll just walk out of my apartment and then I'll be halfway to wherever I need to be, and then I'll be like, oh no, and then I have to say to people, I forgot my hearing aid, so I might be a little bit loud and I might ask you to repeat stuff, so just bear with me a little bit. But if I lost my vision and I didn't know where I was going, I would be stuck. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it. I don't think I would be able to navigate this world without my vision. So a lot of people, like music people, they're going to say vision. They always say vision. But the majority of people would rather lose their hearing. But yeah, it's like a debate that I always have as well. Would you rather be too hot or too cold? Most people say too cold because you can just put clothes on. But like for me, nah. You can always take clothes off. I like to get naked, so that's just me. Anyway, I digress. All of this from Netflix going audio only and taking on podcasting. Maybe, potentially, is that what they're doing? Who knows? We'll find out. So, moving on. This is a little bit of an old story that I meant to cover a little while ago. Just quickly as well, before I even delve into this, I wanted to just quickly mention that this episode, the majority of it is going to be an interview that I conducted with a lady called Joey Holmes. And she has a blog, an erotic blog, about her adventures in sex, which are very detailed. And if you've ever read any excerpts from like erotic novels, I'm guessing it's like sort of like 50 Shades of Grey, I don't know, but they are very explicit. Like, I've read a few of them, the stories, blogs, and they are so unbelievably explicit. And we delve into it, and we talk about some of the stuff, and yeah, very interesting. And stay tuned for that, because it is really like, I was just like, oh my god, like I was like getting embarrassed just asking these questions, you know. But yeah, stay tuned. That's coming out. But first, let's watch some clips. No, actually, let's delve into the story I was talking about first, and then we'll watch some clips. So, yeah, this is a little bit of an old story. The president of, is it Lebanon, where Beirut is? I don't know. Let's have a look. I'll get the story up. But anyway, where Beirut is, the president of that country is like a nutter. He's an absolute nutter. Because, like, it's saying that it's either the explosion, the blast, is either a result of negligence or it is a bomb. It were a bomb. Well, yeah, it were all a big bomb. It were all a big bomb ready to go off. But no, it said it were like a bomb. Or a missile. Yeah, so the story is, the headline, Lebanon President, Beirut explosion either due to negligence or a missile, bomb. And yeah, when is this from? This is from, can't have been that far after it. So, Michael Aoun, A-O-U-N, said Friday there are two possible causes for Tuesday's explosion. So this story actually broke like quite soon after. And yeah, it's believed the blast occurred when a fire ignited 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate stored at the port of Beirut. And I mean, fucking the destruction and devastation. This fucking guy. Oh yeah, we're a missile. It wasn't a fucking missile, man. It wasn't a fucking missile. Shall we watch it? I'll get it up. Right, okay, I think I already have. Yeah, there we go. Right. So, this fucking nutball. Look at that. Fucking hell. That is insane, dude. That is fucking mental.
What appears to be a secondary explosion.
Wow.
That was,
but there's been other stories too that have come out,
because it may have been a fire just
like
before,
since like exposing it and everything. And like there's footage from inside and pictures from inside the warehouse of like just sacks of ammonium nitrate that have just been dumped there and cut open and spilling out everywhere, and it's just fucking the destruction. I mean, I've already spoke about this once or twice,
brand logo was done by a top freelancer on Fiverr.
It's just insane that this can like happen in today's world. You know, look at this. This is like footage from Ground Zero. 150 people died, man. How much? I don't even know how much money's worth of destruction was caused, but it was in the middle. Like, whoa! Look at that! Fucking. Apparently, as well, like up to people. Whoa! What the fuck?
These were the shocking moments when
People like
catastrophic blasts
up to
tore
100
through the
miles
heart
away
of
can
Lebanon's
feel the
capital,
blast. 100
Beirut.
miles away, man. Oh man, that's like 2 hours of
The
driving.
cause, incompetence at the very top.
Insane. Insanity. That's the. Ooh, this is like a full expose. ABC News. Beirut blast, the explosion that stole the nation's hope. I'll put a link in the description to this. It's 45 minutes long. So this'll, like, I'm pretty sure this is gonna go, like, deep dive into it. When is it from? It's from October. So it's actually a little bit. I'm sure there's newer things out. But yeah. Crazy stuff. And it doesn't help that fucking Trump's come out and said that it was a terrible attack. A terrible attack. I'm sorry, Mr. Trump. You are mistaken. As always, it seems, because the whole thing with Trump and Russia. Oh, I misspoke. When I said that Russia does. There's no signs that Russia did interfere with the election. What I meant to say was did not. There is. Oh, wait. There is. I don't know. I can't even remember what I just said. But anyway, that's that. The fucking. I can't believe that they tried to palm it off as like an attack or a missile. Where's this fucking missile come from? You can see the fire. You can see the fire and everything. They're just barefaced lying. They're just straight up lying. Just straight up like fucking Trump with the whole Biden thing. I won, even though you lost. And all the results are in. They've been recounted and he's saying, I won by a landslide. And it's just a barefaced lie. It's like Russia. Russia do it. It's called hypernormalization. There's a documentary about that on BBC. And basically what hypernormalization is, if you don't know what it is that you just lie and 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 lie, but then you sprinkle a little bit of truth in there. So that everyone who's like watching you don't know what to believe. So because the lies are just so outrageous, and then there's this little bit of truth in there, they just tend to accept everything. It's like, so because they don't know what's the truth, like it could be the truth. Who knows, you know? So it's a scare thing. It's a control thing, and it's just fucking ridiculous. And anyway, that's what happened with that. So let me just that's what happened with that. Fucking insane. Let's watch some. Right, let's go. Right, it's what the fuck time on LiveLeak. Let's go to LiveLeak and see what the fuck is happening. Where the fuck my mouse? My mouse is over here. How do I go? There we go. It's just crazy. It's insane. People act this way and think that it's okay to act this way. So let's go to LiveLeak and see what's crack-a-lacking. Ooh, man gets sucked into machine. No, I don't want to see that shit. Fucking hell. Late Night Bus Hero. Let's watch Late Night Bus Hero. Oh shit! Oh, what the fuck did I do? Right, Late Night Bus Hero. Here we go. What's he doing? What's happening? It looks sped up. Yeah, definitely sped up. Are they arguing? Let's listen. Oh, there's no sound. Unless it's muted. It's not muted. What's happening? It's like a minute and something long. Is he harassing? Ah, here we go. Right, yeah. So this guy in the white hat is harassing. Oh, we got sound now. Oh, here we go. Yes. Give him that boot. Looking forward kick off the bus. That's not what the fuck. That's just something page. Let's go. What the fuck? So what do we got? We got. Well, I don't want to see a man die by a helicopter blade. That's just crazy. Right. Woman miraculously survives after being hit by an iron rod. I don't think YouTube would allow that. Oh, I saw this the other day. This one's a pretty insane video. Alright, watch this shit. Big metal sheets on the back of the pickup, the flatbed, demolishes the cab. But the guy survived. The guy survived with minor injuries too, so that's pretty miraculous if you ask me. Truck cabin was sliced open by... Oh, what's it saying? Is there any subs? No subs. Yeah, so a truck's cabin was sliced open by a steel plate carried on the vehicle after it performed an emergency brake in eastern China. CCTV video shot in the city of Hangzhou in I'm not even going to butcher it. I'm just going to put the word up on the screen right now. That place, province, on December 14th, so 4 days ago, from the recording of this video right now, shows a steel plate carried on a truck suddenly sliding forward and shaving off the cabin. Since the driver wore a seatbelt, he was not thrown out of the cabin, but was trapped inside. Police freed the driver and brought him to safety. Luckily, he survived with only minor injuries. Yeah, so lucky guy, right? Lucky guy. Shall we watch it again just one more time? Ooh, man, insane. So he performs an emergency brake, but that's got to be his fault because everyone else has stopped, right? It's not like he performed that emergency brake because someone's stepped out in front of him. So he should have not been going that fast in the first place. Police have detained the truck and the case is under further investigation. What is there to investigate? The big sheets weren't secured down and the guy was going too fast. That's the only thing that you need to know, really. But, I mean, luckily, he was wearing his seatbelt. So... Lucky escape, Chinese. It's a lot of stuff on fucking what the fuck on LiveLeak happens in China. Like some crazy shit. Crazy ass shit. So, what the fuck happened to my car? Terrifying moment, a tiger attacks a trainer. I can't show that shit. No way. Garbage night. Let's see what happens here. There's a guy in a bin. So... it's gonna be good. What's happening here? Oh, it's like the protests. Look at that! What? The coppers just carrying him away, just go home. That's what happens, man. He just picked him up and threw him. This is the fallout from all the Proud Boys last weekend, and is it? Here's a closer alternate shot of the DC cop who picked up an Antifa militant, carried him, and tossed him like a garbage ragdoll. Yeah, so it's nothing to do with the guy inside an actual garbage bin, but it's still a pretty good video. The guy just gets thrown. Ooh. Let's watch a guy get chokeslammed. Oh, wait. What? No, it's letting him do it. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, fuck. Let's watch that again. Is he resisting? It's got cuffs on. That's gonna wind you. That's gonna wind you. One more time. Boom. There we go. That's what happens, mate. That's what happens when you're a prick. He says it. Does he say, "Are you okay, mate?" in English? It sounds like it. Let's watch him just do it one more time. Sounds like it says, "Are you okay, mate?" But it looks like they're in like the Philippines or some shit. I don't know. Look at that guy crying. Fucking fucking clickbait ads. The uninvited cop, anti-mask activist in California Costco. Oh, here we go. Let's watch this guy. Let's watch this guy. That's it, innit? It's like this guy knows better than anyone. I wonder what possessed him to do this. What possessed him to do this? Did he not have a megaphone? So he went to Costco, bought a megaphone, and then as soon as he had it in his possession, whipped it out, started using it. Just could not wait. This is ridiculous.
Anybody who dies from COVID would have died from the regular flu. Every year, 70,000 people die from the flu. Do you know that? The basic flu. We were told that 2.5 million people.
Well, right. So by this guy's logic, 70,000 people die by flu. More than that have died in America by COVID. How many people have died by COVID in America? COVID deaths, America. 311,000. So, yeah, fuck you, buddy. You're a fucking idiot. Cringe. Cringe much? Very cringe. Very cringe. Keep calm and carry a big gun. Oh, this guy's got... Oh, shit! Fuck! It's targeted, man. Balaclavas and shit. The fucking getaway vehicles are Ford Focus. Look at him. What an actual fucking idiot. Hey, the guy's firing back. That's why they ran. That's why you need to carry. Where's this? It doesn't say. Wish I knew where it was. It looks quite rural where it is. Look how pathetic these guys are. Turn up, ambush the guy, try to double team him, take him by surprise. There's three of them. Like, three of them get out. But the guy in the passenger seat, I think, or maybe even the driver, decided to just get straight back in. Because obviously this guy got his gun straight out. Started shooting. People. What a bunch of wankers. Can I say bastards? Oh no, brave pet dog dies. I don't want to see that. Oops. Oh, Shoe Knight eats a lemon. I eat lemons. I peel them though. I don't eat them like, I don't eat the skin. That's just way too much. Sometimes I'll just throw the full lemon in. Like some water and just blend it up. But you can handle that. It's just like pulp. Biting into a lemon, that's gotta be sour. Like with the skin. Let's watch someone fuck up a backflip skiing. That sounds like fun. It's always fun, right? Ooh, here we go. What? Hey! Is it just one attempt, or does it try more than once? No? Yeah, it's just a repeat. It just keeps repeating. I don't mind this. I can watch this quite a lot. This would be me trying to do a backflip. Definitely me trying to do a backflip. This. It's not actually me, but it would be me if I tried. Going down and the ski jump goes up. Nothing about if he broke anything. Simon Cowell broke his back recently. Pretty crazy. Driving around a 20 grand electric bike, showing off to his friends his 20 grand electric bike. Fell off it, broke his back in 3 places. Had to have I think it was 6 hours of surgery. Big metal rod put in his fucking back. Jesus, you gotta be careful on them things. Those things can go fast, you know. A moped can only really go like a 50cc moped. You're lucky if you can get 30 miles an hour out of it on a flat. If you're not overweight, they are so underpowered. It's unreal. Because I used to have one, and I don't weigh that much. I weigh about 160 pounds, 170 pounds. Ish. I've got heavy legs, so I'm not that heavy. That's, in English terms, about 10 stone. 75 kilograms. Couple of bags of cement. A bit more. With some change, I'd say. Yeah. So, I would be really lucky. Going up a hill, honest to God, you go up a hill, Sheffield is full of hills, and literally, I've just felt bad for the people behind me because it was just so slow. And then I got a 125, and oh my God, I could have quite easily killed myself quite a lot on that thing. Oh my God. So, I loved it though. I did love it. Let's watch a restaurant glass door shatter. We've watched quite a few fucking clips, right? There's none really that are oh my God, crazy. That was very fucking funny. Look at it, it's just Nah, I'm loving that one. Yeah. No. It must have been a pretty fucking shit piece of glass though, if he just bumped into it like that. But then again, he was walking without, with his full weight because he wasn't expecting it. Yeah. Fucking, yeah. Alright, let's move on from that. Okay, so I wanted to talk about quickly just a few little things and then we'll get into the interview, yeah? Because it's quite a long interview. Alright, so the humble briefcase. No one uses briefcases anymore, and I think it's a bit sad because it's I was looking at some old pictures the other day, 1930s, 1940s, of business people with mustaches and bowler hats and tweed suits and briefcases and pipes and monocles and shit. Just candid sort of pictures of people on the streets and stuff. And I just thought, man, it'd be cool to sort of live in that era for maybe a week or two. Just to Godfather sort of style, proper. Everyone's got high trousers and shit. But anyway, I was in the charity shop recently, and I thought to myself, I saw a briefcase, and I thought to myself, I think it was only £3. And I thought, you know what? My laptop would fit inside this. Do you know what would be better than a laptop bag? A briefcase, because it's solid, it's got locks on it, and I know it's not got a strap, but it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. I love it. And this one that I've got is new. It's it's never been used. So you got all these little, it's just better. This is better than a fucking laptop bag that's fabric and just ends up getting all worn out and fucked. This is solid. It's got locks on it. It's not a combination one. got locks, and it came with keys as well. So I was pretty impressed, pretty happy. This is a very good charity shop find, as are these speakers too. I found these, £10 I paid for these, and do you know how much these things are fucking worth when I checked? Minimum 150 quid, and they sound sick. Fucking love them. So don't underestimate charity shops. All you people out there that think that charity shops are for poor people, you can find some fucking gems, man. I implore everyone to go visit their local charity shop as soon as possible, and you only need to take a £5 with you because everything's dirt cheap. I got this from a charity shop. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's retro. It's a bit too big for me, but I can grow into it. What a funny saying. Next up, Christmas. It's Christmas time. Everybody wants presents at Christmas. What have you asked your parents for this Christmas? It better be this, because I can remember when I was a kid, I knew what I wanted. I wanted rollerblades. So I was having a browse around, and I came across some rollerblades that are like the weirdest rollerblades I've ever seen. £101, and they're not actually rollerblades. They're like 2-in-1. They're jumping jump shoes. So like you can see on the screen now, they're like rollerblade shoes, but with like springs on them. And it's like, I want to have a go. I want these fucking things. But you can take the springy, jumpy part off and then put actual rollerblades on it. But I want the springy ones. I want a fucking spring run to work, you know? That's fucking sick. It's fucking sick. This should be, right, according to Wish, this should be 737 quid. Fuck that fucking, that's a load of bollocks. They're always saying shit like this. But even so, £101, I'm still thinking to myself, that's quite steep for something on Wish. Because everything on Wish is just garbage and like lasts like 2 minutes. But on Wish, they come in a range of different colours and shit, like you can see on screen right now. Well, actually, just 2 colours. Well, no. 3 different, 2 different colours, pink or yellow. And unless you're a very daring fella, I'm guessing you're going to go for yellow. But, yeah, so I saw these and I thought, do you know what? It'd be sweeter than these. Electric, because I was thinking about the electric bikes. Electric powered rollerblades. Ask for some of these for fucking Christmas. Thunderblades. Thunderblades are fucking go. The only problem is they've not been made yet. They're a concept, so this is like a dick pic, I guess. Yeah, this is a dick pic. Pics! Oh yeah! Get on Indiegogo. Check out the link in the description. Thunderblades. Electric inline skates. You're riding along. You can't be arsed anymore. You got a little remote in your hand. Zoom! The only problem is though, if like the acceleration's a bit too fast, I can see like fucking jackass rocket boots moment. 86 people have backed it so far. 20 grand is in the bag. Out of 86 people, that's pretty decent amount of money that people have donated. Well, not donated, but pledged so far. But get on Indiegogo, check these things out. Oh wait, I think it's closed now. Oh, they would have been from Brazil, but I guess it's not a dick pic. Oh well. I wonder if this is from 2 years ago. $850 is the pledge. £630. It would have been so sweet, man. Gutted. Missed out there, fellas and fellarettes. We've missed out. It's a sad day. Sad day for humankind where we can't have electric inline skates. Maybe on the next episode I'll find some more. So yeah, the last thing before we get into the interview that I want to mention, it's Christmas, like I just said. In fact, yeah, no, even though these electric skates aren't available, get your parents or whoever it is that's buying you gifts this season to get you some of these fucking jump shoes, man. These are still sick. Like, even though the electric ones are not available, these fucking springy jump shoes look fucking mental, and I love the idea of them. I wish I had some. I want some, and I'm gonna ask my parents for some for Christmas. So, moving on, the last bit of Christmas news. Do you like ketchup? People, do you like ketchup? Do you like Christmas dinner? Yeah? We all like Christmas dinner. Everyone loves it. Well, guess what? You can love it even more. Enhance the Christmas cheer with this ketchup. Sprout ketchup. Brussels sprout ketchup that I found. £3. £3 available within 1 or 2 days. You can get it for the 21st if you order today, I think. But well, that's from the 18th, so this will probably be released on the 19th or the 20th. So you could potentially get it in time for Christmas. It's £3, free delivery with orders over £20, or I think if you're Prime, then you'll probably get it free anyway, because Prime's like free. But yeah, no, it's not got any tomatoes in it. When you say ketchup, everyone instantly thinks tomato ketchup. It's a sprout ketchup. My mouth is watering right now thinking about this fucking ketchup. I want some so bad. I think I'm gonna order some like right now. As soon as I finish recording, I'm definitely ordering some. And oh god, look at this. Look at this. Look. Sprout ketchup. Brussels sprout ketchup. Someone's fucking done it. Sauce Shop on Amazon. £3. Get it in time for Christmas. Yes, I want unlimited premium delivery, and I'm buying this shit. So you better buy some too. Anyway, I guess this is the dick pic for today. Pics! Oh yeah! Yeah! That's the dick pic. Get yourself some Brussels sprout ketchup. Enhance your Christmas dinner and just pig out and be happy. Let's get into the interview. It was a fun, very eye-opening interview, and I had a good time doing it. Joey is a very interesting person that's done quite a lot of stuff. I mean, we didn't even scratch the surface. We really just talked about her blog more than anything. She's got a lot more stuff going on with her story. I'm probably going to end up having to interview her again. I might have her on like once COVID and everything's over, and like in real life rather than these crappy Zoom interview things that everyone's doing. But you gotta make do, you gotta carry on. That's the human spirit. So let's get into it. First of all, welcome to the podcast. You're my first ever guest interviewee. So, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm Joey, also known as Cthulhu Corvidae online, and yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything.
Okay, so we'll do the plugs at the end. So your name is Joey Holmes.
Yeah.
And you have a very special blog that you're going to tell us all about.
Yes, I do. I started an erotica blog in 2015, 2016. That provides entertainment, not only for myself, but for my followers. So.
All right, cool. And has it got a name?
It does. It's called Fun in Philadelphia.
All right. So, yeah. So what is it about then altogether? Sorry.
So when I moved to Philadelphia, in 2015, 2016, I ended a relationship and I thought, you know what? Let's try Tinder out. Let's try transcontinental Tinder. And I had a couple of dates that were so bad that I decided I was gonna start recording the chronicles of dating and how the differences between like England and America were. And it just kind of snowballed from there.
Right. So you said you moved to Philadelphia. Where did you move from?
I moved from Sheffield,
Right.
Hill City.
So are you from Sheffield?
No, I'm from Leeds originally, a tiny little village in Leeds near the moors.
Right. Okay. So the moors near Leeds. How was that growing up?
Oh, it was amazing. Like, there's so much history in that area because it's where the Bronte sisters did a lot of their writing and set a lot of their books. So I basically grew up spending most of my time outdoors
Right.
on the
Yeah.
moors, just being alone and enjoying these beautiful views from essentially like 10 miles from Leeds. You wouldn't think, because Leeds is such a big metropolitan city, that you wouldn't think that close would be this amazing expanse of space that you can just go and reflect in.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like the opposite of like what kids are like these days with phones and stuff like that.
Definitely. And when I moved to Philadelphia, that was a complete shock as well because there were so many skyscrapers and it was so built up for so far that it was completely parallel to how I grew up, like in the middle of nowhere, where everybody knows everybody, like a quaint little village, and then you move to this huge city with all these huge buildings, and it was quite intimidating at first, actually.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, you pretty much grew up in the middle of nowhere. So, like, did did you ever like visit Leeds and surrounding big cities and stuff like that?
Yeah, I spent most of my weekends as a teenager at the Corn Exchange in Leeds that had all these like cool like independent goth shops and stuff, and it was just a place where like all the alternative and skater kids and like emos and goths met on a weekend. So it was really nice.
So it's not completely alien to you, that like big city sort of thing.
I thought that I would be like, oh, this is fine, but because it's so much bigger, like they say everything's bigger in America, and that's definitely true.
Yeah.
Like I'd never seen 100-story building before,
Right.
and it was
Oh, what? Like they got
crazy.
100-story buildings? Yeah.
Yeah, they have, I believe, the fifth highest building in the United States,
Oh wow.
the Comcast Tower, and they have an observation deck at the top of it, but it took me a while to find
Yeah.
up the courage to actually go, and because I'm really scared of heights.
Right. Right.
It was
Right.
incredible.
So is it anything at all? Like, I mean, have you seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Everybody always asks me that. Like it's either The Fresh Prince or Always Sunny, and I've never watched more than 2 episodes of Always
Right.
Sunny.
Oh.
But
Is it anything like it from the episode?
definitely,
It is.
definitely, yeah.
All right. Because I know I love It's Always Sunny, so I know quite a lot about it, and I know that there's a lot of stuff that they film in LA, but the actual bar is an actual
Yep.
bar in
It's on
Philadelphia.
2nd Street. Yeah, you can go and visit it. It's
Yeah.
you wouldn't
Yeah.
know. It's not kind of like in the main bar area. It's in the historic district in Old City. So
All
it's
right.
a bit of a trek to get to it, but it's a cute little bar. It's worth a visit.
So how old were you when you went? When you first went? Because your accent's quite interesting to say. Like you're from like Yorkshire. You've got a
Um,
pretty thick American accent.
I was about 26, 27, I think.
Really? Right, because like I mean, I know people that have come like to Sheffield from like Kent when they were 15, 14, 15, and their accent is still with them to this day, and they're the same age as me. So I'm 30 years old now, so it's like it must have been quite influential on you.
I think because it's such a different accent and the way that the words are pronounced in an American accent are so vastly different that I started picking up the way people said things. Like, so water, for example, in Philly they say like water, and in
Right.
England we say like water. You pronounce T's as D's, and I think I my brain was saying you sound ridiculous saying water
Right.
with a T. So
Right.
I kind of got
Right.
this fusion of Yorkshire and Philly all kind of
So
amalgamated together.
uh, did you like? Because I know that my accent has definitely changed because I spend a lot of time on the phone with people from all over the UK, and like I struggle to understand them, so I purposely make sure that I enunciate quite well. So I mean, when I'm around Sheffield people, though, it kind of goes out the window. But like, did you struggle? Did you struggle with people not understanding you when you were out there?
A little
Or did
bit, yeah, but it was more that I kept saying English words for things. So I would say,
right?
"Oh, excuse me, where's the lift?" And they'd be like,
Right.
"What?" And I'm like, "Oh, I mean elevator."
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Right. Right. So, so how long were you out there for altogether?
in total, I spent about 2.5 years out there.
Just 2.5 years,
Yeah.
and you got this really thick accent. Wow.
I picked up the accent within about 6 months.
Wow. That's kind of quite intense, like crazy, really. Like how did you end up there? I mean, I know that like you had a breakup and you ended up there.
Yeah, so I basically met someone that I fell hard and fast for, uprooted my whole life knowing this person for. I met them in August and we moved to Philly in December of the same year. So it was less than 6 months of knowing someone and making that decision to like uproot my life and move out there. But I
Yeah.
think I'd gotten used to kind of being bored and I wanted something like spontaneous and
Right.
just thought fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
Like
And yeah.
so, like a
Yeah.
rom in a way.
Well, it ended up being more like a psychological thriller, but yeah, it started off like a rom-com.
Like I mean, well, yeah, you probably won't appreciate the term rom-com if you're a bit of a goth. I guess it's a little bit too
Eh,
soppy for you. I guess
oh
no,
no. A lot of goth
too
songs are
soft.
actually written about love, so
All right. So you're softer at heart despite your
total.
dark exterior.
Totally.
Right. Okay. Cool. So is that part of the reason why this blog exists? Because like if you went out there for a guy and then you started this blog, this erotica blog about your experience, your experiences out there, your erotic experiences, then obviously something must happen with this guy, right? Or is that a bit too personal? Do you not want to?
No, it's fine. When we broke up, I took it really, really hard, and it
Yeah.
took me like a good kind of month and a half of feeling sorry for myself and day drinking to kind of give myself a kick up the ass
Yeah.
to go and meet new people because obviously I didn't know anybody.
Right.
So I wanted to meet people, and I figured that like Tinder and OkCupid and what have you were the best way to do it.
Yeah.
But the dating scene is so vastly different in America to what it is here. And it
Oh,
was
right.
more the fact that I was posting on Facebook a lot about like my experiences and like, oh, this happened and it was like ridiculous that I ended up deciding that I wanted to do the blog, and then life happened and I
Right.
forgot about it for quite a while. So
So, what year was this that you started the blog?
I think it was 2016.
Yeah. Okay. So 4 years ago.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds about right.
Right. So how you mentioned that the dating scene out there is completely different. How does it differ from the UK?
Well, people actually take you on dates. Like, they take you out for drinks and dinner, whereas here you're like, oh, let's go for a pint, and 20 minutes later you're in bed with them. Like,
What?
it's quite
That's never happened to me.
chivalrous.
Obviously, that easy. That's never happened.
Clearly, you're going about it the wrong way then. Um,
You need to get them
so
pissed up.
yeah, it meant that I got to experience bar life as well, and like the club scene and stuff out there. So I got to go to quite a few different cool little bars that I would never have found on my own.
So you obviously you're 20, mid-20s. You'll have experienced the nightlife in the UK and then out there.
Yeah.
Like, so is there much of a difference with the nightlife?
Yeah, they don't really have like clubs like we do. So they're more like bars that host nights. So there's most of the bars have like music, live music or a DJ, so it's not like you're going into like Corporation in Sheffield, for example, like where you're specifically going to go clubbing. It's more like a bar and you kind of spend the night almost doing like a pub crawl, going to all these different bars rather than
So they have
staying in
super
one
loud.
place.
Is the music like deafening? Does
It
it
depends
ruin
where you go. Some are kind of like you can have a conversation with people, and others you're like shouting.
Right.
So
Oh, right. Okay. So yeah, I mean, so you're out there. You broke up with this guy. What did you do for
yeah.
work? Like, how was?
I worked doing some events for a gay bar, and then I was freelancing doing makeup work. But at the time, I was, excuse me, I was working towards my PhD in forensics.
Oh, cool.
So I spent most of my time covered in blood and guts.
So you're a doctor then?
No, I
Oh,
didn't actually finish my
ah.
PhD,
Is
but I
there
do have a
any
master's.
opportunity that you can like finish it in the UK or something?
Yeah, if my health wasn't kind of kicking my ass, then I would definitely be going to finish it.
Your health, like, okay. So what do you mean by that? I mean, I hope it's not serious.
Oh no, well, it depends how you look at it. I have a disease called lupus, systemic lupus erythematosus.
Right.
It's a mouthful.
So lupus then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard like people say lupus and stuff like that before, and like you hear about it on TV and stuff, but I don't actually really know what it is. Like, I have no idea. Maybe like
Yeah.
some sort of bowel condition. Maybe I don't know what.
No, it's an autoimmune disease. So basically, my body recognizes things that are not kind of like when you have an infection, your body
Right.
sends white blood cells to fight that infection. But my
Right.
body goes, you know what? We're going to mess things up a little bit. Today, I don't like your kidneys. So it would send like white
Oh,
blood cells to my kidneys.
yeah.
And so it's kind of like an allergic reaction to your own body,
Right.
but it affects literally everything, like
Hmm.
eyes, your organs, your skin, your connective tissue, your muscles, your bones. So
I've heard of other sort of similar conditions. I think someone might have had it. Well, maybe I don't know. I used to work in an office where a woman, she like she had a lot of time off sick because like she had like no immune system. But I don't know if it was the same thing. But I always just thought that she had like AIDS or something. I don't know.
no.
Well, with it,
There,
they can control it, right? So like,
you can control HIV, but once the disease progresses to AIDS,
oh, right, yeah,
it's untreatable, and it's kind of the same with lupus. it's not curable, but it is manageable with
Yeah.
a lot of different like therapies, like drug therapies and things like that. So
there's like some days where it's worse and some days where it's
yeah,
like,
on really, really bad days, I can't get out of bed. Like,
how long?
so you get like flare-ups, where for me, my flare-ups tend to be like I feel like I have the worst flu in existence with like really
Yeah.
bad joint pain, and that can last for like 6 weeks.
Rough. 6 weeks. Fuck.
Yeah, it is not. It is not a fun ride.
So, did you have this when you went out there? When did you find out you had
Yeah,
this?
I got diagnosed in about, I think it was 2010 time.
Right.
Because I started feeling like really, really tired all the time, and like I was having all this joint pain that like wasn't normal for like a 22, 23-year-old to be having. So I went to my GP, and obviously having a kind of medical background with doing the forensics and stuff, I basically did my research and said, hey, I think it's this. And the way that they can do it is with a blood test that measures a certain chemical. So if you have it, you have lupus, and if you don't, then you don't. There's no middle ground. It's either a yes or no.
Right.
And I remember when I went to get the results, I got the phone call saying, we need you to come in. And I was like, oh my God, it's something really horrible. It's going to be like cancer, or
Yeah.
I've got a brain tumor or something.
Yeah.
And my husband at the time came with me to the appointment, and my doctor said, oh, your husband should probably come in with you, which made it a lot worse. And he sat me down and said, so, because it wasn't my normal GP that I saw, he said, oh, so I'm afraid to tell you that you've got lupus. And my reaction was, oh, thank God. Like, I know what it is now, so we can treat it. And he basically was shocked at the reaction.
Right.
Because I don't think he expected somebody to be told that they have this like lifelong disease that, oh, thank God for that. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, right. Yeah. So you were just like, oh, right. No, that's fine.
Yeah, like as soon as I knew what it was, I knew that we could start treating the symptoms so I could get some semblance of normal life back.
Right. Okay. So, how old are you now?
I'm 33.
So, it's been about 10 years.
Yeah, yeah.
How'd you get on with it these days?
Well, I had a surgery done about 5, 6 years ago that complicated things because the surgery went wrong and left me with a lifelong, like, chronic pain injury.
All right.
So when the two decide they want to flare up together, it is absolute hell. But most of the time, I take a pharmacy's worth of medication a day just to be able to get out of bed and have some sort of baseline function.
Right. So you're out there then. You're out in Philadelphia. You got this condition. So did you get? You would have got diagnosed in the UK then, I'm guessing. Yeah. Then you went
But
out
at the
there.
time I went
What
out
was
to
it like?
Philadelphia, my lupus was in remission.
Okay.
So I hadn't had a flare up for ages, so I wasn't at the time. This was before I had the surgery. So at the time, I was basically just taking like 1 or 2 pills a day, and that was it.
Oh, right. Okay. How many do you take, like, now? Does it change? Like, does it fluctuate? Like,
only by a couple, but I'm like, on a normal day, I take 8 different types of tablets and liquid morphine.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wow. Here's me. Like, I'm a stickler for taking a paracetamol. You know, I'll avoid it as much as I can. And you're there drinking morphine every day. Jesus fuck.
Yeah. It was hard to get used to. Like, I used to have like all of these charts stuck to my wall because opiates can make your memory like really shitty. So I was forgetting. So I had to like have all these like charts on the wall as it told me what to take and when. And I would go into the kitchen, turn the hob on, go and get something from the fridge, and then just walk out of the kitchen and completely forget that I'd left the hob on.
Look, I do that on a normal day, so, you know.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised I didn't kill myself, because I had a habit of, like, walking into traffic and not, like, remembering that I needed to look to cross the road.
Oh, no. Yeah,
So,
well, that's sort of like that's like having dementia or some shit.
yeah, I guess, yeah. The memory loss wasn't fun.
So what was it like being out in Philadelphia then? If you need all this medication and stuff, and like you're in America, they've got a completely different healthcare system.
Expensive. So my travel insurance didn't cover certain things. Like, I had enough medication. Like, the medication at the time I was buying, you could buy over the counter in America, whereas it's prescription here. But I had one ER visit where I fell and cut my head open.
Right.
And that cost me about $6,500 just to go to the ER. That's not including the treatment or the medication that they gave me. And when I was toying with the idea of going back a couple of years ago, basically you have like a copay on your insurance. So if you have a medication that's expensive, you have to pay a certain contribution to it. Right. My copay each month would have been $1,000.
Which is like 700 quid in England.
Yeah, about 750 pounds. Yeah. But if I didn't have insurance, I'd be looking just about between 12 and 20 grand a month.
Oh my god.
Medication. Yeah, if I had to pay for everything.
Fucking hell. So, right. That's insane. I mean,
yeah.
You were out there then. You've broken up with this guy. You're doing bits of freelancing work. You've done some work in a gay bar or a drag queen bar or something. And yeah, so you're just getting by. I'm guessing you're not living with this guy that you went out there with.
No, we broke up. He moved out when we broke up, so there's just me and yeah. So basically we rented a room. Yeah, we rented a room in this amazing gay dude's house that had 9 rescue cats. So that's like my idea of absolute heaven.
So did this guy, the gay guy with the cats, the landlord, I'm guessing, your landlord, did he understand your situation and sort of give you a little bit of like leeway here and there with rent?
Yeah, I mean, I was never late with the rent or anything.
Oh, right. So you were always.
But he looked after me like when we broke up and stuff like.
Right. That's good then. That's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, so you're out there then. You're doing all this freelancing stuff. You're pretty much on your own. What made you stay? Like, how come you didn't just jump on a plane?
Partly at the beginning, it was spite. I was like, do you know what? Fuck you. You've left me here, and I'm gonna stay just to piss you off. But then I started meeting people, and I just fell in love with the place. Like, everybody is so friendly, and it.
Really?
It's just it's a beautiful city as well.
Right. Because from my impression of like East Coast people, they're not exactly the most courteous.
I think that's New Yorkers,
right?
More specifically, but like Philly, everybody has time for you, and if people ask like, "How was your day?" they genuinely want you to answer it and talk to them about it, not like, "Oh, hey, how are you? Yeah, fine," like you would do here. And in bars, people will talk to you. If you're sitting at the bar on your own, people will come and talk to you. And that's how I met a lot of my friends.
I just do that on a normal day because I'm a weirdo, but
Yeah. I remember, I think it was the week after we'd broken up, I'd gone to my local gay bar by myself because I knew all the staff, and I was like, screw it. And I started crying, and this dude came up to me, and he was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I was like, "Oh my god, no, I've just been broken up with," and blah, blah, blah. And there was this group of guys, They were all gay. They took me to karaoke. They took me out for dinner.
Right.
And then I just had the most amazing night.
Okay.
Just because
That's
somebody had come up to me and asked me how I was, and he still talks to them all today.
Yeah.
Like,
So I'm guessing then that's how it led to you meeting and going on these wild adventures. Because like I've read a few of the entries that you put in there, and on the blog, Philadelphia, an English girl's adventures in the city of brotherly love. And they're pretty explicit and they're pretty wild, and they're like,
yeah.
I don't think I've had any of those experiences that I read about. So, I mean, do you have any issues at all, like, with telling people these stories? Well, obviously you don't, because, you know, you put them up on
Absolutely
this blog.
not. No, absolutely not. I think that sex is something that should be discussed out in the open, and it shouldn't be taboo because everybody does it. Like, we're all here because somebody had sex somewhere.
Right. So,
And
so
when 50 Shades of Grey came out,
Mhm.
like, I remember reading it at the time I was working as a dominatrix, like, and I remember reading it going, oh my god, this woman has never had a BDSM relationship in her life. And I kind of, back then, this was in like 2010, when it came out, or when I read it at least. I can't, well, that's when I read it, that I thought, oh my god, like, I could do this way better than she could. And I kind of toyed with the idea, but I don't know, kind of making things up didn't feel as authentic to me. Like, I feel like people can relate to some of the terrible dates that I've been on.
Right.
Or, like, they just like reading the way that I write things explicitly because I don't skimp on the details.
So you're like,
as I'm sure you've seen.
Yeah. No, I've seen, I've read, and I've blushed. So you're sort of like the actual real life black belt, and the 50 Shades of Grey woman is like the Steven Seagal, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
In a metaphor sense. So
yeah.
Been there, you've done it. Tell me about this dominant, right? So you're working as a dominatrix in America, I'm guessing.
I did some work in America, but a lot of it was in the UK.
Did it start in America?
No, it started in the UK actually. Back when MySpace was a thing, actually, when I was in my very, very, very early 20s. I kind of had like my awakening into BDSM and, you know, like being whipped and spanked and stuff. And I was like, I'm a very angry person. Like, I could use this. So I joined a website, promoted myself as, I didn't do anything sexual. I wasn't sleeping with them. It was purely like hitting them, spitting on them, calling them names, slapping them, basically beating them black and blue, and them saying thank you, here's some money afterwards.
Yeah. So it's sort of like, I don't think you'll have ever heard of him. It's called Robert Paul Champagne, and he's like, he went viral. He's from New York, and I'll put a link to his. I think he's got an OnlyFans now, but he was just putting videos on YouTube of him like jerking off and stuff. Like, but you can't see him, and he does like this one video, and it's like, yeah, if there's anybody out there who wants to come around and beat me, spit on me, piss on me, I don't care. I live, and he gives his address away, and he's like, make me a bitch. You can leave here rent free, and so it's like that kind of. Is it that kind of character? Is it that kind of character? Well, it gained notoriety on Your Mama's House podcast, and Dr. Drew actually went and interviewed him, like at his apartment. Yeah, so he's got an OnlyFans now, so he's breaking it in. So is it those types of characters, or is it like?
A lot of them were people who, normal men or men that had jobs or they had to they had a lot of control for other people. So like, an MP who I am not gonna name and shame, would
MP?
come because he was a member of parliament.
A member of parliament? Oh my god.
Yeah, local parliament.
Is he well known?
I'm not answering that question. I don't want to give anything
Alright.
away because I don't want to get
Alright.
sued. But yeah,
Alright.
he would come and he would basically,
What do you think?
something just fell and scared the absolute soul out of me. Yeah, he wanted to be talked down to like he was a baby.
Did he wear a diaper?
No, I'm not. That's
Dumbass?
yeah.
Yeah? Oh my god.
But he was
Oh my
basically
God.
like, "Oh, I've been a bad little boy. Will you spank
No.
me?" And then it kind of snowballed from there into, "You're a pathetic little man. You like to be talked to like you're a baby," like things like that.
Did he? So he didn't wear a diaper then. Did he want to? Did he bring diapers to the appointment?
He'd asked about it, but I said that I wasn't
It made an
particularly
inquiry.
comfortable with it. Yeah.
So how much do these people pay you, if you don't mind, like, divulging?
It depends, but on average, it was about £250 a session for 2 hours.
2 hours? Hey, that's not bad, man. I should get into this, like, this business.
There's a market for everything.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if there's like, yeah, well, there is women. There is women who want like being slaves and kept in cages and stuff, I guess.
I read somewhere that most women have fantasies about being dominated. Like,
Oh yeah, I
it
know
seems
that.
to
Yeah,
be more common, men dominating women, but
yeah, true.
like in porn and stuff, it's almost always like women dominating men. So it's kind of like more in the bedroom, in your own home. It's a man dominating a woman, but kind of like when you see in porn. Although saying that, 50 Shades of Grey was about a man dominating a woman. So,
But
I think
that's not aimed at men though. That's not aimed at
but
men.
a lot of women read it and thought, "Ooh, that sounds quite sexy." So that kind of, as bad as a book as it is, kind of encouraged people to talk about it a little more and to be a little open about it.
Right.
So that's where I thought with my blog, I was like, I could do something with this.
Yeah, well, so I mean, yeah, I can imagine that. I mean, because they are real stories, that they're a lot more captivating, I guess, right?
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's quite a few on there. I know that you had a little bit of a gap.
Yeah.
But there's quite a few on there, and I'm pretty sure. I mean, have you ever thought about? I mean, have you ever been approached to make them into like something that's properly published rather than just like?
Yeah, I had
a blogger or
one of the a magazine actually wanted to publish them and have me like write a column for them, but they edited it so much that it took everything away from it. So I said if I was ever gonna release a book or anything, I'd just self-publish. And I'm actually toying with the idea of writing short erotica stories and like self-publishing through Amazon.
So yeah, I mean, it's totally possible these days. I mean, I do this podcast. Well, it's not a podcast show. Sorry, I do this show on YouTube with my phone and just like equipment that I've got lying around, and just I would have never thought I could ever do anything like this when I was like 12. Back then we were lucky if we had a phone that had polyphonic ringtones. We were lucky if we even had a fucking phone at 12 years old. Like so. Yeah, I mean, it's totally possible there. So, I mean, you just mentioned that then. So, I mean, there's two routes you could go down, really. But I guess it'd be more fruitful for you if you did it where it's like novels, like non-fiction, fiction, sorry.
Yeah.
Because you could do a memoirs thing, but then all your stories would be out there, and then you wouldn't be able to base any other stories on. But I don't know. I mean, there's people love it. People love like sex
I mean,
stuff.
erotica has been wrote since the beginning of time. It's always something that's going to sell. It's
Sure.
just finding a niche in the market, I guess, to where people want to read it, where they want to pick your book over
Yeah.
theirs. I mean, there's an author, his name is Chuck Tingle, and he writes these like really short like novella erotica stories.
Okay.
But they're so ridiculous, like Gay T-Rex Law Firm, and it's about a law firm of T-Rexes and this dude has sex with them. Or my personal favorite, Pounded by the Pound, pounded by Britain's socio-economic complications from leaving the EU. And he wrote a book about this guy being fucked by a sentient pound coin.
That's
So
like
I don't.
real though, right? That's like
I know, but they're so funny. So he has a niche in the market that if ever something is big in the news, he'll release like a 50-page novella that week after, so he stays relevant. So there's always a route that you can go down, whether you want to go down like the typical like Mills and Boone kind of erotica where they're like, oh, this beautiful farm girl meets a handsome stable boy and they get it on in the barn. Or then, you know, then you've got the kind of thing I write about beating men black and blue. So there's always...
Look, furry porn exists. So
porn of everything exists. Rule 34 of 4chan, anything can be porn.
So, yeah, let's segue onto that then. So, have you thought about writing porn? Or making porn? No, I mean,
been offered.
Not necessarily have to be starring in it, but I mean, like,
yeah.
like you know, directing. No?
I don't think I'd enjoy that. I've been asked to do porn, and I've said no.
Right. Oh, who was
But
it? When was that?
a couple of years ago.
Right.
Wasn't that long ago.
Like
but I have an OnlyFans, so
okay.
I'm not shy about
Okay.
having myself on the internet. I don't know. I don't think I could have full sex on camera.
What's your username on?
Lenore Bathory.
Yeah, that's for the people out there, not for me at all, honestly.
Sure.
Yeah, so I mean, right, okay, so you've had all these wild adventures and you got the erotic blog, which I do, if like, because people are into it, I do think that, you know, people should go and read at least one of the stories. One of them, the latest one, sort of stood out to me. I know it's the newest one that you've done, but from the ones that I've read, that one stood out to me a little bit just because it's a threesome. But I guess for a girl, it's the cool kind of threesome, right? But I guess so for the two dudes as well, they both seem to be enjoying each other as much as.
Yeah.
So I guess it was a cool threesome all around. Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
So,
yeah.
How do you get yourself into these situations? Do you ever plan on it, or do you ever fantasize about it, or is it?
Usually
did it take
it's alcohol.
Right.
Usually it's been alcohol, and I've been ballsy because I'm actually quite a shy person in real life. Like I have really bad anxiety, so like when I was younger and I was like Queen of the Goths or whatever at uni, I just ended up getting myself in these situations because my inhibitions were lowered. And like even as an adult, like the things that happened in America that are on there as well, like I kind of had this surge of confidence being out there because people actually wanted to get to know me and they didn't have any preconceptions about me because they didn't know me through somebody else and have heard something, you know. So yeah, a lot of it is just there and then kind of thing that it's just happened. I've never really planned.
Do you think it might have something like? Is it you that suggests these things, or do they just happen? Do you know? Do people make propositions like, oh, me and my friend want to go back to my place. Like, want you to come back with us,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
It honestly depends. Like,
You make the suggestion of.
sometimes I make the suggestion, and sometimes it's just kind of happened organically.
Okay,
Like,
I'll
the
just start
threesome
checking.
happened organically.
Right. So do you
I
just
should
let
release a self-help book.
a self-help book? What, like
Yeah, like-
self-help yourself with sex?
Yeah. Like, here's how to have a threesome without thinking about it too much, kind of thing.
I think there is so you've just touched on, like, you're like, right, so there's these guys that go around, I don't know if you've ever heard of them, they're called pickup artists.
Yeah.
And they all club together and trade little secrets and tips and tricks on how to get into situations like you just mentioned. You're like a pickup artist, but a female one, right?
But my secrets are my own. I'm not going to share them
You
with
don't,
anyone.
yeah. Well, you just said that you wanted to make a self-help book.
Well, it's more
Self-help.
like a confidence thing rather than like a
You should.
here's like how to talk to dudes. Like,
Well, they do workshops and stuff like that and charge like thousands of dollars or pounds for these like 3-day workshop things. You could do that. Why don't you do that? Teach people how to have sex. You could be a sex
like a sex therapist.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
So all these crazy stories on your blog and stuff like that, these situations you've got yourself into. Do you find like, I mean, right, okay, actually. Well, no, I'll ask this one first. Do you find normal sex boring?
No.
Just like, what if a guy's like plain Jane, missionary, over and done with in less than 10 minutes, sort of
It
thing?
depends. If I enjoy it, then, you know, and if he enjoys it, then yeah, it's fine. Like, you don't have to be having crazy sex where you're hanging off swings and ropes from the ceiling and everything, and you're, you know, breaking out the DIY cabinet of tools. Like, no, not at all.
How does your condition, lupus, affect your sex life?
I guess I just have to be careful. Like, if I know that my back's hurting, I'm obviously not going to be doing things that hurt my back. But I'm not really come into any kind of situations like that yet. So
Just drink a load of morphine and there you go. You're off in the
smoke
clouds.
a joint, get it over and done with.
Smoke a joint. So you self-medicate as well as.
I do, yeah.
You're a weed smoker. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Doesn't that affect your condition at all?
It actually helps it because it acts as a muscle relaxant.
Okay, right.
So, but also it helps with my anxiety and my depression. So,
right. Well, people
it's
say
kind
that
of a.
people say it makes you paranoid, right?
I've never had that.
Right. So you've never been sat in bed thinking that, you know, someone's gonna come and get you.
Oh, I think like that most of the time anyway. So if I'm not smoking weed, I'm paranoid, and then when I smoke some weed, I'm like, "Girl, relax. You're being stupid."
Right. Yeah. Well, you know, like
But everything in moderation, though. Like if you're gonna do something constantly, you're gonna have side effects. Like there's, you know, even drinking water can kill you. So.
Yeah, well, Snoop Dogg said that he smokes 60 joints a day, so you know, he's okay. I saw him playing all-star celebrity basketball once, and he's like, he does not stop. He's up and down that court, man. Like, you know, if it could just be BS. It could just be BS, but he's just smoking.
They
really,
might be really, really weak joints as well.
Oh, little ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. So anyway. So I think I'm near the end of my like actual questions surrounding most of the stuff that because I did research obviously, but you're in America. You've got all this sex and freelancing and friends and cats surrounding you. So why did you come back?
I started to get really bad stomach pain, and I ended up in the ER with it, and they did a scan, and they basically said there's a problem with your liver, and it looks like your appendix is inflamed. And as it happened, my visa was running out the week later, so I was due to fly back to the UK anyway.
Okay.
And it's a good job that I did, because not long after, my appendix burst and nearly killed me.
Oh, right. So is this the complication you were talking about?
Yeah, so when they did the surgery, your appendix is on the right-hand side of your body.
Right.
They decided they were going to take mine out through the left-hand side of my body, and in doing so destroyed the muscles, like the integrity of the muscles that sit in front of your stomach, and also the nerves.
Ah.
So that's not fun.
When was that? When did that happen?
That was 5 years ago.
Right, yeah, that sort of makes sense then, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spent 4.5 months in the hospital.
Yeah. Timeline wise, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
So for the last 5 years then, I mean, you've just been in constant pain.
Yeah, I mean,
What
this
was it like?
this is my bag of medication. That's a
Wow.
week's worth of medication.
That is 1 week?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Thank God for the NHS, right? If I had to pay for all of that, it would be so expensive.
Coming back was the right and wrong thing to do, I guess, because they did the surgery the wrong way.
There's always that what if, I guess.
Well, I'm guessing though that they must have had a reason to do it that way.
I think it was because it ruptured on the table, and at the time, I'd basically gone into sepsis when they took me into surgery. So I think that they had to basically drain all of the blood and pus and what have you in my stomach cavity.
Do you think that because of the autoimmune situation,
yeah,
that's like a big factor in the reason why it ended up in that?
I definitely think that it aggravated like the healing process and stuff, because you get told you have appendicitis, we're going to take it out and everything's going to be fine, and everything wasn't fine. In fact, I was in more pain after the surgery than I was before.
Well, yeah, appendicitis is like an infection, right? So
yeah.
Do you think you probably wouldn't have got that infection had you not got lupus, do you think?
I honestly can't say, because people's appendix ruptures and then they get infected all the time. So I wouldn't have said it would have affected it particularly, but I think my body decided that it was going to be a little bitch and just aggravate everything and go, do you know what? Your appendix is ruptured. Let's give you blood poisoning. Let's give you sepsis. Let's give you a bladder infection while you're healing. Let's do all of this other stuff.
I guess if your immune system's weak, then obviously you're going to be susceptible to these things if complications arise.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It really affected my mental health as well. Like.
All right. Well.
It was horrible.
I've got a few questions I want to ask just off the cuff, but
yeah.
At least you can take some solace in the fact that I'm going to be in a lot of pain very soon. Hopefully not, but
wow.
Not really talked about it much in the interview. But at the end of the interview, we're going to play a little game where you ask me a few questions. Yeah. I've got a dartboard, and I mentioned it in the last podcast, but I've got Reaper peanuts, Carolina Reaper peanuts. I had to show my ID for these when they turned up, so that's going to be fun. You're going to ask questions.
In pain.
If I get them wrong, I have to throw a dart at the dartboard. I've got a camera on the dartboard that I'm going to set off recording. You're not going to be able to see the dartboard. You're just going to have to take my word for it.
Trust you, yeah.
And I mean, you're going to see the footage. I've got 9 darts here, so hopefully I won't get any more than 9 wrong. because if I get more than 9 wrong, I have to mess about, go and pull them out and stuff. But I can edit that shit out. But anyway, I want to ask you about your tattoos. You got some interesting tattoos that I've noticed a few of.
Yeah.
So you got some like cartoon anime tattoos I can see.
Yeah, so this arm I have No Face from Spirited Away.
Yeah.
And then some other characters from some other Ghibli movies that I really like.
Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
Ghibli.
Yeah.
Ghibli. Is it Ghibli or Ghibli? Ghibli.
I think. Yeah.
Is there any tattoos that you have that you regret?
None of them.
None. How many have you got?
Oh God. Like 20 something.
Well, I guess people can go to your OnlyFans account and they can find out for themselves,
yes,
right?
Can. They can have a good old peruse.
I'll have that flashing on the screen now. Links down below.
Yep.
So, with your tattoos, then you don't regret any of them. I mean, you've got some anime ones. Is there any that are like really actually properly sentimental to you, or anything like that, with a good story? Or because everyone's got a story about tattoos, right?
I guess the most sentimental one would be the ladybird, my tiny little ladybird here, because after my mom passed away in 2007, she'd had a ladybird tattoo done, and I thought instead of getting like mom tattooed, that I was just gonna get something small that she had to remember her. So that's definitely my most sentimental one. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I mean, it's been an interesting talk that we've had. We've nearly got to an hour. We're on 50.
Oh wow.
Nearly 5 minutes. Yeah, so I mean that's I don't think there's much else to go over right now. I don't want it to drag on too much, so I think we should get on with this game. So I'm gonna throw so you're gonna ask, you've prepared some I asked you to prepare.
I do indeed. I have a little.
How many questions have you got?
I've got 10 kind of like
10.
general trivia about nerdy things. And then I have a couple of would you rathers.
2. Just 2.
5. 5 would you rathers. Yeah.
Couples 2. So 5. That's like a quad. No.
10. Yeah.
Quintuple. Right, so you got like 15 questions altogether.
10. Yeah.
10. So you got 10 questions altogether.
Wait, no, yeah, I have 15. Sorry, I can't count.
Right. Okay, so we've got 15 questions.
Yep.
5 of them are would you rathers. So the rules are trivia ones. If I get it wrong, I get it wrong, and I have to throw a dart at the dartboard. Depending on where it lands on the dartboard depends on how many of these I have to eat. Now, I don't want to touch them, so I'm just going to rip the corner off, and I'm going to put them in this shot glass, and then that. If I hit the bullseye or the outer bit of the bullseye, then I don't have to. I get away with it. But I never hit the bullseye, so I'm not banking on that. I'm just going to go for the 1. But the problem with 1 is 18 and 20 are on either side of 1. So, shall we get the show on the road?
The general trivia ones are multiple choice.
Oh, cool. Right. No,
I made it a little bit easier for you.
I can deal with that.
The would you rathers are how you think I would answer them.
So I have to, right, so the would you rather, so it's not a case of would I rather, it's a case of would you rather.
But you have to guess how I would answer it.
Oh, right, so, yeah, but you could just change your mind. Are they multiple choice?
No, there's like would you rather 1 or 2.
Oh, right, yeah, no, because it's A or B, right, yeah, so it's not a case of I don't want to even answer it, I have to throw a dart. It's a case of I have to get what you would have said. You have to you have to circle the answers now on the piece of paper and prove that that's what your answer would be.
Unless you want to do it if you don't want to answer it, but I think it would be more fun.
No, we'll do it your way. We'll do it your way. We'll do it your way.
Underlining my answers.
I think I might take these gaming glasses off so I can see a little bit better. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, I've got to set this this recording as well. So this is going to be very interesting. I like spicy food. I did the spicy noodle challenge and uploaded that. Hopefully I'll be able to do some more. Let me just mess around. Right.
Okay, I've underlined my answers. So there's no cheating.
Okay, so the camera's recording for the dartboard now. So, okay, I'm not going to open them unless I have to. I might be able to get away with it and get them all right, but I highly doubt it. Depends what the questions are about, because if I don't know, then I don't know. So we'll see.
They're a mixture of like games, films, general kind of nerdy trivia.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So question 1. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I've got some water here.
I was gonna say, do you have some water?
I'm not gonna touch the water until the end. Okay. At least until the end.
Question 1. There's 3 answers, so I'll read them out as A, B, or C. Who voiced the Joker in the Arkham series of games?
Mark Hamill.
The A, Mark Hamill, yep. B, Kevin Conroy, or C, Seth MacFarlane?
Game, Mark Hamill.
It was, yes.
So I got that one right.
Yes. You got that one right. Question 2. Again, A, B, or C. How many Resident Evil games are there? A, 7, B, 9, or C, 5?
Well, there's 1, 2, 3. Survivor, Veronica X, or Code X, or whatever. There's Resident Evil, at least, yeah, there's 4. I've played 4, 5. I know that there's a 6. So what is it? 9.
7,
is it 9?
9 or 5? It is 9, yeah.
Yes.
So I'm able to get you with that one. Okay. Question 3. Who was the first UK woman in space? Was it A, Valentina Tereshkova, B, Helen Sharman, or C, Sally Ride?
C.
Sally Ride? No, it was Helen Sharman, and she's from Sheffield.
Alright. Okay. I'm gonna throw a dart now. 13.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, okay. Right, I'll count out 13.
So Helen Sharman actually has a star on the Sheffield Walk of Fame.
1. Wait, that's half. They have to be full, right? So that's 1.
Oh, you can do... Yeah, I was going to say you could do halves, but no, I'm feeling sadistic.
3. 4. You can't see what I'm doing. Look, I'll show you anyway. 4. I really don't want to search these. 4.5.
I've got some gloves. Or chopsticks or something.
5. I've got chopsticks. 5. 6.5. 7.5. 8. 9.5. 10. 3 more. And then I've got to eat them. That's a half. 10.5. 11. Half. 12. Another half. And another half. That's 13. Alright.
Expecting 13 on your first one. Oh, that's a lot.
There's quite a lot of, right. So for people that didn't watch the last episode or to get to the end of it, because like no one watches them, the ingredients literally are just peanuts, rapeseed oil, salt, Carolina Reaper chili powder, spices and herbs, dried onion, dried garlic, paprika, and cayenne. So it's not even like, because cayenne's quite
Rather
hot.
you than me. Rather you than me.
I'm shaking, right? Oh,
Are you
right.
gonna down in one?
Ask the next question as I'm eating them, so that we can get.
Okay.
Because I want to get through this as quick as possible, so I can get to this water. Right.
Question 4. Who wrote the Sandman graphic novels? Was it A. Terry Pratchett, B. James O'Barr, or C. Neil Gaiman?
B.
James O'Barr.
Yeah.
Nope.
I've got some.
It's Neil Gaiman. James O'Barr wrote The Crow.
I've not read it at all. I bought it, but I've not read it.
Well, get on that dartboard because you got it wrong.
Oh. Yeah, they're quite hot. Yeah, well, that's way that's way hotter than them noodles. 11.
I thought you said you were good at darts.
I'm not even trying to throw these darts properly. Just, oh my god. Right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Are they burning?
A little bit, yeah. Okay, that's 11.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm going to ask the next question. This isn't a multiple choice, but name any of the 4 ghosts from Pac-Man.
No clue.
You could have had Inky, Pinky, Blinky, or Clyde.
I knew it was going to be something like that. I was going to say, like, I was going to say something along the lines of, like, Blanco or something like that.
Well, it's not going too well for you, is it?
I'm going to aim for 1. Oh my god. I got 16.
Jesus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So describe what you're feeling right now, pain-wise.
10. It's all on my tongue.
Is it a slow burn or?
No. It pretty much comes on straight away. That's 12, 13, 14, 15. Come on. 16.
Okay.
Go on.
So the next question, we've talked about this, so if you remember it, who is my favorite Transformer? Is it Bumblebee, Starscream, or Jetfire?
It's B.
Starscream. Yep. You were paying attention. Okay, question number 7. What is the name of Ripley's ship in the first Alien films? Is it A, Starbug, B, Cygnus, or C, Nostromo?
C.
Nostromo, yes it is.
I know that because
Okay.
I've got a Nostromo t-shirt on my website, but my website's down at the moment. It's going to be back up after Christmas. Oh my god, it's fucking hot now. Oh my god, a load of powder come up.
Want to get this one right. Question 8. Which film has the characters Jack Burton, Egg Shen, and Lo Pan? Is it A, Rush Hour, B, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or C, Big Trouble in Little China?
I've only seen Rush Hour when I was like preteen. I've never seen Big Trouble in Little China, and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon sounds like a trick answer. And I know you really like Big Trouble in Little China, so I'm gonna go with C.
You're gonna go with C, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
No, the Big Trouble in Little China.
Correct. Yeah, it's Big Trouble in Little China. Sorry, I wrote it down as
Great.
the wrong answer. Yeah, you're right.
I need some
Two
tissue.
left. Two left on the old nerdy quizaroo. Okay.
Two left. Oh my god.
Is it burning your nose?
It's not burning my nose, but they are fucking hot.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Question 9. What variant of Terminator was sent back in the first Terminator film? Was it
T-1000.
A, the T-1000, the B, the T-800, or C, the T-101?
T-1000.
In the first Terminator film.
I'm guessing with the way that you just said that T-1000 is in the second one, so I'm going to go with A. No, I'm going to go with the T-800.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. I'm
Okay,
crying.
last one.
Oh, what? I thought I was the last one.
No! This is question 10. Okay. What English language film franchise has the most films? Is it A, James Bond, B, Harry Potter, or C, the Carry On films?
Oh, they're making a new Carry On film. But they're still making James Bond films, and they've never stopped. That box set used to be like 200 quid. So I'm going to go with James Bond. Let's carry on.
James Bond currently has 25. Harry Potter has 7, but the Carry On films have 31.
Oh, fuck. So I'll go for the...
Remember, you've got 5 Would You Rathers as well coming up.
It's calming down a little bit now. Right.
Famous last words.
Gonna go with 1. Yes! Oh no, I got triple 1, so it's 3. Is it? Yeah, I got triple 1. So I only have to have 3. 1, 2. Oh wait, these words fell out. One, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay.
So, for the Would You Rathers, you're answering how I would answer, and so as not to cheat, I have underlined my answer.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Them
So,
three had like loads of powder on them. But yeah, go
would you rather
on.
Donald Trump or be shit on by Obama?
Be shit on by Obama. You'd rather fuck Donald Trump?
Yeah. I want to make him my bitch. I want to fuck him with a 12-inch strap on.
Well, I've only got 5 darts left, so... right,
That
okay.
works out then, doesn't it? Because there's 5 questions. Okay.
You've got to prove that's what you do. But you I don't want to... Oh, show me at the end.
I've blacked out the next question so you can't see it. See? Fuck Trump is underlined.
Okay, whatever. However, I can't see. But see if I can get one. 12. Okay, I'm just gonna pour them out on here and then chopstick them in because it'll be quicker, I think.
The burn
I
getting
don't know if I'm gonna
intense?
have nuts. So
Is it getting more intense the longer time passes?
it's not. 1.
Are they
2.
actually quite flavorful or just really spicy?
I can taste it, the peanuts. I can taste the Carolina Reaper powder. I can't taste anything else. I can't pick them up right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Most of them in the halves.
Make
5.
sure you wash your hands afterwards.
Yes. 7. Dead air. 7.5. 8. Half. 9. Half.
Oh, you said it
10.
was 3.
No, it's 12.
Oh.
I think I lost my count.
You just said 12.
No, I said 12. So that's how many it is. But I think I only I don't know. Okay, I'll just put 2 more in because I know I'm above 10. I've already come this far. What's an extra few?
Okay, the next question. Would you rather be blinded by a laser or have your leg cut off above the thigh by a laser?
Oh, did you say blinded by a laser?
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Permanent blindness. Permanent blindness. Or have your leg cut
this
off
is
above
you.
the thigh.
I know. I'd rather not be blind, so I'm gonna say that you'd rather not be blind and have the leg
Correct.
cut off. Yeah.
I would. You can get a prosthetic leg. You can't get prosthetic eye. Well, you can get prosthetic eyes, but not ones you can see out of. So you got that one right. Okay. Question 4. Would you rather be eaten by a great white shark or a pack of dogs?
Great white shark.
Yep.
Yeah, because it'll be quicker.
Faster. It's faster, yeah. So number 5, the penultimate question. 4, sorry. Would you rather have a butter knife shoved down your dick or put a light bulb up your ass?
You've not got a dick, so you can't. Oh,
If
well.
I had a dick, though, which would I prefer?
The ass one, the light bulb.
Yeah, you got it right. Okay, last question. So, if I had a dick, would you rather have a baseball bat shoved up your ass to the handle or be shot in the dick by a rubber bullet?
That's a hard one. You've been hit by a rubber bullet, right?
Yep. But I had a plate on. So this is without any kind of protection. You literally get shot
blow your dick
in the
off.
dick by a rubber bullet.
It'll blow your dick off.
Or have a baseball bat shoved up to the handle up my ass, and think how long baseball bats are. It's not a nice.
How tall are you again?
I'm 5 foot and a pinch.
I personally, I can't wear these glasses because they're steaming up because my face is that warm. I've had a finger up my bum, or a couple from the doctor a few times, and that's uncomfortable. But I'd rather not lose or risk losing my dick. I'd say the baseball bat.
I said I'd rather be shot in the dick by a rubber bullet.
Ah, come on, bullseye. Number 1. No, I'm gonna go for 1. I don't know which one I were. Oh, it's 4. I got 4. So I've already had 13. So it's got to be 4.
I think you should
That's
sink the rest of the packet.
No way. No way. Like, there's loads of powder on here, and it's like every so often, like some of them have got extra powder stuck to them because they've broken in half and they've got grooves down the center.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know why, but I'm rubbish with like metal chopsticks compared to wooden ones.
I prefer metal ones. I find them a little easier to grab.
It's 1. Is that a full one? Yeah. 2. 3. And then 1 more hot. There we go. So that's that. That's the end of it. It's all over now. I can brew. Shall I wait 5 minutes? No, it's fine. It's not even burning anymore.
Mm.
It's not even burning. My stomach hurts quite a lot. Like,
Yeah, not
I've got stomach
surprised.
ache. I've definitely. That
I'm
got.
sorry, you were saying about them not being as hot anymore?
It caught back in my throat. It caught a raw part that's not been touched yet. But no, I've definitely got stomach ache now. That is gonna come out the other end like fucking
Fire. Liquid fire.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna have to strap myself down so I don't like elevate off of the toilet seat. It's gonna be coming out that bad. I know it. I can feel it. It's not just my stomach though. I can feel it here, like you know them lines that go down to your groin. I can feel it in that. Oh no.
Was it worth it?
Yeah. No, they're alright. Do you know what? Actually, they would be really good because they're not like. Well, to me, they're not that bad. I'm used to spicy food, but like you know, like as a prank, like oh, try these. I'd say they undeniably Carolina Reaper like taste though, because that taste that you've never had it, have you? You've never had Carolina.
God no! I would die.
Well,
I can't even handle jalapeno, so.
I think that's something like. No, I think I'm alright. I don't know. Maybe I'm paranoid.
Well, you're not red. I was expecting you to be all like red and sweaty.
I am sweating. My eyebrows are sweating. That's how sweating I am. And I've got 3. So out of 15, I got 6 wrong.
Yeah.
So I got about 50% roughly. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you've seen me in pain now. I hope you're happy.
Indeed. I am very happy.
Interesting interview. A lot of stuff for people to go out there and find. So once again, your blog is called Philadelphia and English Girls.
Funinphiladelphia.blogspot.com.
Fun in Philadelphia.
Fun in Philadelphia. It is linked on all my links on my Instagram page. So that has my OnlyFans, my Extreme Playpen, and my blog all in one place.
All that on information on the screen right now. I'm going to have that come up. All the links in the description. As always, my links are off the chain. It's been a fun interview.
Definitely, yeah.
So let's conclude it. I mean, I'd like to get you back on with some more sex adventures because, I mean...
Yeah, I love it.
From what I read, it's not just about your Philadelphia adventures. There's been some other adventures too that you've put in there.
The story of
sprinkled in.
how I lost my virginity was in there. So.
All right. Oh, I'm sure guys will probably I'm definitely sure the guys will want to be finding out.
I get a lot of females as well that read the blog and stuff as well. So it's a pretty even mix actually.
Right. Cool. So you got an OnlyFans. That link is in the description. You got Instagram. You got the blog. And all of the links to all of the things that you do are on your Instagram, right?
Yeah, they're linked all through my Instagram, yeah.
Awesome stuff. Right, so that concludes the interview. And
thank you for having me.
Okay, no, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for being the first guest and breaking my interviewing virginity. Another virginity.
Maybe I'll write a blog post about it one day.
I might start a blog about interviewing people. Yeah. No, that'd be boring. Anyway, back to me on the podcast.
Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that. That's the end of this episode. I don't have any more stuff to go over, and I hope you have a good Christmas. I hope everyone enjoys their Christmas. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, enjoy the time off, because everyone gets time off at Christmas, public holidays, bank holidays. Just, have a good time, I guess. Have fun. Peace out. Stay safe. Geek out.